Munich. So my fiance was there, and so we left. I left the compound, and I went to her apartment and picked her up. We went to the phone station, and she called home, and I called home, and everything. And then we went to McDonald's, and there's a bunch of Americans there. And then I came back through the Black Forest Capitals, the cathedrals, and did the touristy things. And I rode the train back to the, once I let her off, back to the station. And the only reason I could think it, the train stopped short at the station. I was in the very back car with two of the Italian basketball players. It stopped short and let us out behind the barricade. And there was like 300 or 400 athletes there, and they were saying, move toward the front, you know, and have your 3 pieces of ID ready. And I'm looking, I'm going like, this is going to take forever. And I could see across the parking lot to the garage door open. It was right, you know, close to where that would have been the way we'd been sliding in every time to, you know, during the Serene Olympics when we weren't under such a siege. And I could see that garage door opening. So I looked at the 2 Italian players and I said, let's cut across to the garage. And they said, sure. They were about as, well, I don't know if you're dumb when you lead somebody dumb leads you. But I put my back to the door and pushed the panic bar and flipped out. And I call them German soldiers. I guess the German police, the same thing, that they had those uniforms on, and came up to me and he flashed his rifle and he spoke German, and I just said no, going to my room, and sort of walked through him. And then the next German soldier come up too, flashed his gun and spoke German, and I said no, going to my room, directly to my room, don't worry. And then by the time I got to the garage door, a German soldier came up to me and he spoke English as well as anybody here. He said, son, you're in the wrong place at the wrong time. He says, we're in the process of bringing the hostages out right now. He said, I've got to have you stand against that wall, face it with your hands on it, and let us bring out the hostages. I'm going like, oh man. As I looked to my left, the 2 Italian players were on the ground with guns to their back. I had a rifle in my back, and I had my hands to the wall there at the garage door opening, or at the garage opening. And then I could hear them start to bring the hostages out. The guy in the green leader suit and the black mask and all that kind of stuff, he stepped around the corner, and I looked at him, and we were probably 60 feet away. As I looked at him, the German soldier took the gun out of the small of my back. He placed it in the back of the head. He said, I said, face the wall. At this time, my hands are there, and I'm looking into the foundation wall, and I still see the blemishes today of that wall. And I started praying to God to allow me to get out of this situation, to get, you know, back to the room where I needed to be. And so the terrorists started bringing the 9 Israeli hostages by me, and I could hear the shuffling of the feet. And I could hear them crying. I could hear them crying. I could hear them crying. There was so much of them crying. They were crying. They were walking to the death.
Tommy, thank you very much. I think Doug talked about the team feeling their own sense of mortality.